When was the last time someone complimented your outfit and actually meant it? When was the last time you walked into a room and felt like heads turned because you looked that put together? And when was the last time you looked down at your feet and felt genuinely proud of what you saw? If you had to pause and think, this video is for you. Because somewhere along the way, something shifted. Maybe it was a doctor telling you to prioritize comfort. Maybe it was a salesperson steering you toward the sensible section. And slowly, without even realizing it, you started disappearing. Your style started fading. Your shoes became an afterthought. But here's what nobody told you. Your shoes are the first thing people notice and the last thing they remember. The wrong pair can erase 10 years of skincare, a perfect outfit, and a fresh haircut in one glance. Today, I'm calling out the 7 worst shoe mistakes women over 60 make every day, and I'm giving you elegant alternatives that will make you visible again. I'm Sarah, and for years I've helped women over 60 reclaim their confidence through style. What I'm sharing isn't about trends or spending a fortune. It's about smart choices that honor your comfort and elegance. Before we start, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a style tip. Now, let's get into it. Let's begin with what I call the surrender sneaker. You know exactly which ones I'm talking about. Those bulky, chunky white athletic sneakers with the thick rubber soles and mesh panels. The ones that look like they were designed for a hospital hallway rather than your beautiful life. Now, I understand why you have them. Someone, maybe a doctor, maybe a well-meaning friend, told you that you need arch support. You need cushioning. You need stability. And all of that is true. But somewhere along the way, the message got twisted into, you need ugly shoes. That is simply not true. These sneakers do something devastating to your entire silhouette. They make your ankles look thicker. They make your legs look shorter. And most painfully, they send a message to the world that says, I have officially stopped trying. The chic alternative? A sleek leather sneaker with a clean, minimalist design. Look for ones in white, cream, navy, or soft metallics. Brands today are creating gorgeous, supportive sneakers that look intentional and elegant. You get the comfort. You get the support. But you also get to look like a woman who still cares about beauty because you do. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. The fading kitten. Kitten heels seem like the perfect solution, don't they? You want a little height, a little femininity, but you're nervous about higher heels. So you reach for that tiny 1-inch heel thinking it's the safe choice. Here's the problem. Kitten heels are actually one of the most unstable heel heights you can wear. That tiny stem offers almost no balance. Your ankle is constantly working to stabilize you, which leads to wobbling. And a woman who wobbles does not look confident. She looks uncertain. She looks fragile. Beyond stability, kitten heels often create an awkward visual line. They're not flat enough to look intentionally casual, and they're not high enough to create that elongating effect. They land in this strange middle ground that can actually make you look dated. The chic alternative? Either commit to a stylish flat, which we'll talk about in a moment, or go for a block heel between 2 and 3 inches. Block heels distribute your weight evenly, give you stability, and create that elegant lengthening effect. You'll walk taller, stand stronger, and feel infinitely more confident. Speaking of flats, we need to discuss the paper promise. These are those ultra-thin ballet flats with practically no sole. They fold up into nothing. They weigh almost nothing. And unfortunately, they do almost nothing for you. I know they seem chic. I know they remind you of Audrey Hepburn. But the reality is that these paper-thin flats offer 0 arch support, 0 cushioning, and after an hour of wearing them, 0 comfort. They also tend to lose their shape quickly, developing creases and looking worn out within weeks. But here's what bothers me most about them. Because they have no structure, they make your feet look wider and flatter than they actually are. They create a heavy, grounded look at the bottom of your outfit, when what you want is lightness and grace. The chic alternative? A structured ballet flat or a pointed toe flat with a small cushioned sole. Look for leather or suede options that hold their shape. A pointed toe or almond toe elongates your foot beautifully. And that little bit of structure makes all the difference between looking sloppy and looking sophisticated. Next, let's address something I see far too often, the chaos shoe. You've seen these. Maybe you even own a pair. They're the shoes with too much happening. Rhinestones and buckles and bows and straps and mixed materials and multiple colors all competing for attention on one single shoe. I understand the appeal. When you find style overwhelming, a busy shoe feels like it's doing the work for you. It feels like a statement piece. But here's the truth. These shoes don't make a statement. They make noise. And noise is not the same as elegance. Overly embellished shoes cheapen your entire look. They pull the eye downward in a confused, scattered way. They fight against your outfit instead of completing it. And more often than not, they read as trying too hard, which is the opposite of effortless chic. The chic alternative? Choose shoes with one point of interest. Maybe it's a beautiful gold buckle. Maybe it's an unexpected color. Maybe it's an interesting texture. One element that draws the eye, set against a clean, simple design. That's sophistication. That's intention. That's a woman who knows exactly what she's doing. Now I need to talk about something personal. Something that might be hard to hear. Let's discuss the loyal betrayer. These are the shoes you've had for years. Maybe decades. They've been with you through important moments. They fit perfectly because they've molded to your feet. You love them. You can't imagine letting them go. But sweetheart, they're betraying you. Worn-out shoes age you faster than almost anything else in your wardrobe. Scuffed leather. Faded color. Heels worn down at an angle. Soles coming loose. Creases and cracks that have gone beyond character into deterioration. These details might seem small to you because you're used to them. But to everyone else, they're glaring. Here's the painful truth. Holding on to worn-out shoes doesn't honor the memories. It dishonors your present. It tells the world you're living in the past. And you are not a woman of the past. You are vibrant, relevant, and worthy of beautiful things right now. The chic alternative? If you love a shoe that much, find a similar style and invest in a new version. Give your old faithfuls a proper retirement. Your feet and your reflection will thank you. Let's move on to what I call the medical announcement. These are the orthopedic-style shoes that scream, "I have foot problems," from across the room. The ones with the exaggerated toe boxes, the visible arch supports, the Velcro straps, the utilitarian designs that look more like medical equipment than fashion. Now, I want to be very clear here. If you have genuine foot conditions that require specific footwear, your health comes first. Always. But here's what I want you to know. The industry has evolved dramatically. You no longer have to choose between foot health and looking elegant. The problem with obviously orthopedic shoes isn't just aesthetic. It's psychological. They make you feel like a patient instead of a woman. They announce your limitations before you even speak. They become the first thing people notice, when what they should be noticing is your smile, your grace, your presence. The chic alternative? So many brands now create absolutely beautiful shoes with hidden orthopedic features. Cushioned insoles that are invisible from the outside. Arch support built into elegant silhouettes. Wide widths that don't look wide. You can have the medical benefits wrapped in genuinely beautiful packaging. You just have to know where to look and demand better for yourself. Finally, we need to talk about the platform pretender. These chunky platform shoes have been all over runways and social media. And I watch women over 60 buying them, thinking they're staying current and trendy. But here's what's actually happening. Platforms are a young silhouette. Not because older women can't wear height. You absolutely can, but because the clunky, chunky aesthetic is specifically designed to look youthful and rebellious. When a woman over 60 wears heavy platforms, the contrast often works against her. Instead of looking current, she can look like she's trying to recapture something. Beyond that, platforms are genuinely dangerous for our age group. The height combined with the stiff sole reduces your ability to feel the ground beneath you. Your ankle mobility is compromised. One uneven surface, one unexpected curve, and you're at serious risk for falls. And a fall at this stage of life is not something to take lightly. The chic alternative? If you want height, choose a wedge with a lower, more tapered heel. You get the lift without the bulk. You get stability because your foot follows a more natural angle. And you get a silhouette that's timeless rather than trendy. Let the 20-somethings have their platforms. You have something better, wisdom and elegance. Now, as we wrap up, I want to share something important with you. This video wasn't about rules. It wasn't about making you feel bad about what's in your closet right now. It was about opening your eyes to possibilities you might have forgotten existed. Because here's the truth about style after 60. It's not about dressing younger. It's not about keeping up with trends. It's not about squeezing into uncomfortable things to impress people who don't matter. It's about honoring yourself. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing a woman who hasn't given up. A woman who still believes she's worth the effort. A woman who understands that taking care of her appearance isn't vanity, it's self-respect. Your shoes carry you through your life. They take you to coffee with friends, to dinners with family, to quiet walks where you clear your mind. They deserve to be beautiful. You deserve to look down and feel proud. So here's what I want you to do. After this video, I want you to go to your closet, pull out every pair of shoes you own, and ask yourself honestly, does this shoe reflect the woman I am today? Does it make me feel confident? Does it honor my elegance? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. Not with guilt, not with sadness, but with gratitude for what it was and excitement for what comes next. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this video helped you see your shoes in a new light, do me a favor, hit that like button. It tells me you want more content like this, and it helps other women find this channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to subscribe and join this community of elegant, confident women who refuse to become invisible. We're just getting started. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these shoes is sitting in your closet right now? Be honest. I won't judge. I've had every single one of these at some point in my life too. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay elegant.